This is European stock trend prediction. So in this video, I will talk about some kind of tips about trying to find a good candidate with less initial investment cost, but may potentially have to make more profit. So right now, this talking about the less initial investment cost. That means the unit price for each share of a stock is relatively low. Or relatively low, something like lower than other stocks. For example, Tesla or Amazon or Facebook or those type of stocks. Those you may need to spend maybe like over $680 to buy a share for Tesla. But if you find a stock with stock price less than, for example, less than $100, but if the stock generally have some kind of reasonable fluctuation of the stock price, and then if you have a good tool to identify the best time to buy it with the minimum value or maximum value, so you can identify those kind of a good timing. So it's also a good tool. It's a good opportunity, right? So I can do some kind of a screening, and for example, this is the CHW. So the unique price of each share is about $10. So for this kind of a $10, but you can see right now this is a monthly chart, and from this monthly chart, from this pattern, the difference of this stock price fluctuation in 1 month is not very high. Its minimum value is, for example, is about 10.53, and this is about 11.03. So that means it's just about $1 difference. So why do you want to spend a lot of money and put it there, and then it's just it's relatively stable, there's not too much fluctuation of the stock price? Then definitely you will wait much more longer time or those type of things. So definitely I will not choose this kind of stock to do kind of investment and trying to make more effort, but it depends. For example, for this monthly chart, depends. For example, it may, for this kind of a stock, sometimes some people may take advantage of this kind of stock, and you may also observe some kind of a big change in the stock price, or maybe there's some kind of good news or bad news suddenly come out, and then it may affect the stock price. So, for example, for this price is 8.25. And this minimum value of this price is $3. So that's a change of $5. But this is a sudden change and unexpected change. So that means if you invested this kind of a stock, there's maybe a risk. So let's take another look at another stock. That's a CLDX. That's a CLDX. So for this CLDX, from this kind of monthly chart, it's kind of in the upper trend region. So it's kind of it's becoming more promising, actually. This kind of general changes of this stock price is, and this price is 36.4, and this price is 26.8. So it's about $10 difference. So $10 difference in 1 month is not bad. It's actually it's relatively good if you wanted to make some more money with less initial investment cost. For example, this is a daily chart, and this daily chart, and for some days the difference for this is $42, and this difference is $46. It's about $4 difference in 1 day. It's not bad, and that's a 42 $0.3, and this is $45. So it's about $3 difference in one day. So that means potentially if you can find a good time, the best time to buy the stock at the low price region or low price, or you can sell the stock at the maximum value or at the high price region, then basically you can make a profit on this kind of stock price difference, the change, right? So if it's $3 or $4, for example, if it's $4 difference in one day, if you buy 100 shares, then that means you have $400 profit. And this price, unit price, is not very high. It's about $43, $42, $47. Let's say it's an average of $45. If you buy $100, that's about $4,500. So if you invest $4,500, and then you make about 400 profit, then that's close to 8% or to 10% profit, or a kind of earning. So that's really a good deal. So that means then that means it's a good candidate. Actually, it's a good candidate or promising stock. Then the next question is, let's need to find the best time to buy the stock at the low price region and the sell the stock at the maximum or high price region. Then you can make more profit. So how to do that? That means, for example, we use this kind of this is the daily chart, right? Let's refresh my computer screen. So this is the daily chart. So that means each vertical line is the stock price change in one day. So today is August 21st. So this is the last Friday's change. So this is the last Thursday's change. So this trend line, this yellow trend line, is predicted by the European stock trend prediction model and the software. So it was developed based on the advanced machine learning algorithm and the signal processing technique. So you see this blue trend lines is a kind of support trend lines. So it will predict the minimum value of the stock price changes. For example, for this day's stock price change, this minimum value, you see, matches, touches this trend line, minimum value trend line very well. And also this minimum value, you see this minimum value and this minimum value touches the trend lines very well. So you see this exactly touches the trend line. So you know this kind of a trend line was already generated even before this kind of data was generated, because the trend line was generated after the first several data points was generated in the time frame you choose. For example, daily chart. So that means even after the first data point or second data points was popped up, this trend lines are already generated during that day. So you see this kind of a minimum value of the price change touches this minimum value trend line very well. So that means if you use this kind of trend lines as a tool, and then when the stock price decreased to this kind of a minimum value or the low price region, then it's a very good time to buy the stock at this low price region. And then if you see this kind of a left tick is the opening price, and this is basically a candlestick of the stock. So each vertical line will show the opening, high, low, and the closing price of the stock in that day. So if you purchase this stock at this minimum value, you see the closing price of that day is already increased to this maximum value of the trend line. So even it even have a little bit more momentum to exceed this kind of maximum value. So that means this closing price happened after these data points. So that means you still have time, maybe just after a couple of hours, or just after maybe like a certain time in that day. And then when the stock price reaches or increases to this closing price, then you can sell it. Then you can make an effort, make a profit to earn this kind of, I think this is $4 difference. So right now this price is, even though you sell it at this price, $45.11, $45, and this is 42.28. So that's a $3 difference. So that means if you buy $100 share, and you will get $3 for each share, then 100 shares, then you will get $300 profit. And then the total initial investment money is just around $4,500. So it's still about 8% or 9% of the profit. So this is a kind of a good candidate. But right now, the closing price of the last day or current month, right now is still in the region between these two trend lines. So right now, since it's between these trend lines, so I will not immediately buy this stock at this time, at this price region, but I will keep an eye on the watch closely on this stock. So let it get into the kind of a minimum value, and I will definitely consider to buy this stock at that time. So if you are interested in this kind of real-time market, stock market analysis, you can subscribe Yupin Stock Trend channel, or watch more videos in YouTube. Just searching some keywords about Yupin Stock Trend prediction. Thanks for watching.